But it's got nothing to do with you. I've got no one, still you won't do. And after today I'd say we are quite through. But I know you won't break down, you won't miss a step, you won't be around, and you'll never forget it. One day, when I'm old and gray, I might look back and say that these were the golden days. And one day, when I'm old and I'm gray, I might look back and say this was the price I paid. So it goes, or so they say. Time's like a mountainscape. Well, I don't know, but I can't complain. God knows I've got my own escape. And sometimes I just might, even in the middle of the night. Well, sometimes and sometimes, well, I wake and bake. But it's got nothing to do with you. I've got no one, still you won't do. And after today I'd say we are quite through. But I know you won't break down, you won't miss a step, you won't be around, and you'll never regret it. One day, when I'm old and gray, I might look back and say that these were the golden days. One day, when I'm old and I'm gray, I might look back and say this was the price I paid. Even in the middle of the day, Stephen grins a little, so they say. Sometimes, well, I wake and bake. Okay, BOOZHOO, and welcome back to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO, and over here, the lovely and the talented Natasha. Ikadon BOOZHOO Weenie Mushain. Say hello, sweetheart. BOOZHOO, Gakina! Hello, everybody! And over here, the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Ikadon BOOZHOO Niji. Say hello, brother. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. And today is Friday, Nano Geeja Good, the 5th day, Friday. But you know what else it is, sweetie? What's that? 9/11. It's 9/11? Nah, just kidding. April Fools. What? It's April Fool's Day, sweetie. Oh, it's April, isn't it? Yep. Iska Gamazake Jesus. Sap Boiling Moon. Iska Gamazake Jesus. But it's also April Fool's Day. I hate April Fool's Day. I do too. April Fool's is the lowest form of humor. It's where you play a prank on somebody by lying. You know, oh, hey, excuse me, sir. You know, like the cops show up at your office. Oh, I'm sorry, there was a terrible accident in your house and your family's dead. House burned up, family's dead. No, April Fools. You believed us. It's like, yeah, because you lied to me. That's not a joke. That's just April Fool's humor. As I get older, yeah, and more crotchety and humorless, I don't even like magicians anymore. What do you mean? Magicians are just liars. Oh, look at me. I'm going to saw this lady in half. Oh, no, it's just a trick. I didn't really do that. Every magician trick is them just making a fool out of you. An April Fool. Hey, guess what? I don't want to be fooled anymore. Then I get on my knees and pray. We don't get fooled again. No. What song is that? That's The Who, man. The Who. Teenage Wasteland. Teenage Wasteland. It's only Teenage Wasteland. Iskagama's a gay geezus. Sap boiling moon. April. And I'm not going to do any April Fool's jokes. You know. I'm not going to. I thought about it for a second and I thought, what? Who am I? A liar? I'm going to come out here and say, oh, hello, people. Today in the news, NASA finally admitted to faking the moon landing. April Fools. No, they just lied about that. You know, I could almost forgive, 50 plus years of lying to our faces if NASA today came out and said, hey, April Fools. No, you guys, come on. On this 55 years later or whatever it's been, from NASA, I just want to say, April Fools, we never flew to the moon in the late 60s and landed a tent of sorts made out of, tubing and colored paper on the moon, and then stuck a flag and drove a dune buggy around and played golf. That never happened. April Fools. I would almost forgive them. It would be pretty hilarious if they did that. Yeah. But they're never going to do that. Iskagam is a gay geezus. Sap boiling moon. April is a very sacred time for the Anishinaabe. That's right, huh? Sugar bush. That's right. Sugar bush. It's the time of year where the Anishinaabe go deep into the woods to the maple trees. And you put up here's a cartoon. This is one of Michael's cartoons, huh? Iskagam is a gay geezus. April. But you got to go out and you can kind of see down here. There's a little pail collecting the precious sap that we make syrup out of. But it's not syrup moon. Oh, and here's a couple of chickadee. And the chickadee saying, BOOZHOO, Misa Jidamu. BOOZHOO, Misa Jidamu. That means, hello, gray squirrel. BOOZHOO, Misa Jidamu. And Misa Jidamu is saying, BOOZHOO, Giji Ganashin. BOOZHOO, Giji Ganashi. Hello, chickadee. Then in the background there's some old style, what do you call those? They're not pans. Kettles. Yeah, kettles. Kettles, boiling in the fire. And this is the kind of cartoon you're going to find in Michael Lyons' book, OJIBERISH. Huh, sweetie? That's right, OJIBERISH. All right, you happy now? What, me? Yeah. I just did a plug for your book. Yeah, I'm always happy. Yeah, right. So it's April. I want to say bonjour and hey, happy sap boiling moon. All ya all, as they say in the south. Mini Moya, good morning. Mino Giga Jabe. Welcome to the Breakfast Club. I love those old Breakfast Club clips we play on Wake and Bake. Yeah. Are we just calling the song that now? Yeah, I don't care. That song's had a couple of different names. Well, Michael, you wrote it. What's the name of that song? It's Wake and Bake. Wake and Bake. Sometimes it's been called Nothing to Do with You, because that's how it starts. It's got nothing to do with you. But no, it's really called Wake and Bake. But The Breakfast Club was a movie back in the 80s. I know everybody here is so young they don't remember the 80s. It was a time for the Generation X. We were Generation X. And just remember, for every boomer that's annoyed with the millennials, there's a generation between you that's annoyed by both of you. And we were known as the Breakfast Club. So it goes, baby boomer are the ones who believe we went to the moon. And their kids were Generation X. And they were the kids from the 80s. They were the Breakfast Club. And then what? The millennials. Then the millennials, they were born in the 2000s or something. They came of age in the new millennial, in the millennium. They were the computer kids. And they're the ones we created safe spaces for. And we anti-bullying. They were the first generation to never be bullied. In the Breakfast Club, Andrew, the athlete, he gets in trouble. He goes to in-school suspension. Do you remember what he did? It had to do with taping somebody's butt cheeks together. Yeah. He basically sexually assaulted, I would say, another boy in the locker room by taping his butt cheeks together. I think what that meant was he took a lot of duct tape and wrapped him. But then he talks about how... Why am I talking about this? I don't know. He talks about how ashamed he was of himself and how humiliating it must have been for that kid when he had to go home and explain what happened to him that day. And he mentioned how, and so how hairy he is, right? Like he has a hairy butt. It must have hurt when he took off the tape. So he wasn't wearing underwear. I'm like, what? That's a pretty serious crime, if you ask me. Somebody wrestles me down when I'm naked and tapes me up. That guy's going to jail, man. Unless, of course, he does something unforgivable, like make fun of my wife for having alopecia and say she's going to be on the G.I. Jane #2. Oh, you mean like Christopher Rock? Yeah, not Christopher Rock. Will Smith. Willie Smith? But yeah. Okay, so then it goes millennials, and then the millennials, they had Gen Z, I think they're called. The kids in school now, that's a whole nother generation. And they're even more weird than the millennial kids. How so? I'm glad you asked. They're like 1 out of 5 identifies as being gay, bi, trans, lesbian, plus other. I don't know. Because yesterday was Trans Awareness Day. Oh yeah, happy day after Trans Awareness Day. Happy day after Trans Awareness Day, everybody. Welcome to Bizarro World. But yeah, that's what I heard. So this generation, they're all just. That's when I realized I was a crotchety old man. I don't understand new generations at all. They're a bunch of weirdos. They don't play outside. They can't swim, ride bikes, or throw a baseball. They have no athletic skills. They can only, just passively watch video games on YouTube? I don't even think they're all playing video games anymore. I think they're just zombies. They're zombies on medication. They're doped up. Oh, I got ADHD. I'm on the spectrum. I better just sit here and watch video games. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have kids. Hey, what's going on? So today, what are we talking about, sweetie? We're talking about the Breakfast Club. Talking about breakfast. Gigasheba, wisiniwen. The morning food. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken. La-dee-dee-dum. Cat Stevens. Gigajeba. That means morning. You know, like last times we say, Mino Gigajeb. Mino Gigajeb, good morning. Well, for some reason, you got to add an A when you say morning food. Gigajeba, wisani win. Wisani means eat. Wisani da. Or wisani da. Oh, let's eat. But wisani win means food. So what kind of breakfast food do you like, sweetie? I like old-fashioned-y, eggs and hash browns and toast. Eggs and hash browns and toast. Yeah, me too. Gotta have my coffee, of course. Oh yeah, does that count as breakfast? Yeah. I drink coffee all day long. Me too. In Indian, we call coffee black medicine water. Huh, sweetie? Sure do. Mukade mushkiki wabu. It is the black medicine water we have with our gigajeba. But the millennial kids, they all grew up with sweet cereals. They got to eat, It wasn't even a special treat because they're so spoiled. Millennials just ate, Frankenberry every day of the week because they're spoiled. When I was a kid, you'd get like puffed rice in a big old bag. Non-sweetened puffed rice. It looked exactly like some kind of feed for the farm animals. They go, here's your breakfast cereal. Pour this puffed rice in a bowl. And luckily, your mom bought a pound of sugar. And you went, oh, okay. I'll show them. I'll turn this puffed rice into a sweet cereal. And you just douse it with sugar. Pour milk on there and go sit down in front of the TV and watch Land of the Lost with your sugary puffed rice. Or I also liked bran flakes. We'd have once in a while we'd get sweet cereal when I was a kid. And I usually got it because I was always awake before my brother and my sister. They get mad at me. Hey, who stole the little toy and Captain Crunch? And I'd be wearing my decoder ring going, you got to get up early. You want some sweet cereal in this house. Because I'm an early riser. I like to have my gigajeba. I like just about anything at Country Kitchen. Yeah, Country Kitchen. Today's live stream Ojibwe Language and Culture podcast is brought to you by Bemidji Country Kitchen. Hometown cooking at fancy city restaurant prices. Are we really doing a commercial for Country Kitchen? No. I mean, I am, but they didn't pay us. Country Kitchen, where it's, service is kind of dependent on who you get. Once in a while, you get one of those young broads who brings you a plate of cold food. Oh, I forgot. Here's your lukewarm eggs for $20. What? Although we might as well get our eggs at a country kitchen. Why is that? Because I went grocery shopping yesterday and I couldn't afford the eggs. What do you mean? They were like $6 for a dozen. Really? Yeah. You didn't go to Walmart, did you? No, this was at the local grocery store. But come on, I mean, it was like 4 times the amount, regular dozen. Hello, here's a dozen eggs. $12, please. Or whatever it is. I think the apocalypse is beginning, or the food shortage or whatever. You think so? Yeah. They've been warning us. We're going to go back to the depression. You better stock up on your GOFUNDME, win on your morning food, people. Breakfast in America. Let's see who else is here. Captain Caveman! Captain Caveman's here, sweetie. BOOZHOO, Captain Caveman! How you doing, Niji? And Nancy Schmancy. Good morning. Mino Giga Jabe. Ruby's here. With a big BOOZHOO, or big Mino Giga Jabe, everyone. La-dee-da. Nice to see you. And Daniel Black. BOOZHOO, Niji. Daniel Black is back! The man in black is back. He's back in a New York groove. How's it going, Daniel? And so yeah, that's what we have going on today. Breakfast. The Breakfast Club. That's not what I wanted. This is what I need. You know, back in the days of the grandfathers, there was a movie called The Breakfast Club. And I think that was the last time I ever saw a movie in a drive-in theater. Really? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think we went and saw The Breakfast Club twice when it came out. Once in the drive-in theater, and then, once in the regular theater or something. Because at drive-ins, you're only paying attention so much. There's a lot of other activity going on in drive-ins. Remember, you guys? Remember Generation X? What went on at drive-in theaters? The kind of underage drinking in other strangers' cars. The mayhem of sneaking into a drive-in theater in a trunk of your brother's car so they don't have to pay the lousy $2 so you can go in there legally. Oh, drive-ins were wild time, man. Yep. That was the end of the drive-ins and the end of the 80s. I think the 80s ended after this movie. Really? I mean, it was only 85 or something, but in a way, the spirit of the 80s, when Bender was walking away and the song was "Don't You Forget About Me." It was kind of telling our whole generation, don't forget, you guys. We're here now. This is us in the 80s. We'll never be this again. We're only going to get older. And maybe one day when I'm old and I'm gray, I'll look back and I'll say, these were the golden days. Huh? From the song. Way to go. I kind of swung around and included the lyrics of the song again. GOFUNDME, The Breakfast Club. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Don't you forget about me. I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Hey, sweetie. Yeah? You want to take a phone call? Well, sure, I'll take a phone call. Who could be calling us at this hour? Yeah. On line 2? Line 2. Hello, caller. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air. I was pretty sure you were going to be on the air. Oh, sorry, hang on. Line 2. Line 2. Caller, you're on the air. Nope. There he is. Hey, Sly.
Yo, NANABOOZHOO. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. How are you, Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah, you can call me Sly. I wanted to call in today, I really like your show, I'm learning a lot of Ojibwe language.
Are you really?
Yeah. How do you say Friday again?
Well, we say Nanogija good. It's the 5th day. Nanogija good.
Nanogija good. The 5th day. Friday.
That's right.
Yeah, that's real good. And say, I wanted to call. I was gonna let you know.
What's that?
I'm gonna remake Rocky.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna do any more sequels. I'm not gonna keep writing the story. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna remake the original Rocky.
Why? The original Rocky's perfect.
No, I can do it better the second time.
What do you mean?
When I go reshoot it and I put on the old sweatpants and that, I'm gonna have to put on some makeup. And they got filters now that can make you look younger. So they're gonna have to do that.
Wait, you're gonna play yourself in the original Rocky again?
Yeah, I think it's time.
It's not time, dude. Don't remake Rocky. It's perfect. And that's ridiculous. You're way too old.
Robert De Niro did it.
Yeah, I know. Remember that movie? Oh, yeah. The Irishman. The Irishman, where Robert De Niro, they somehow have this weird computerized filming technology where they can kind of make the actors look youngish. Or I don't know what it is. But there's a scene where Robert De Niro is playing himself, and he's supposed to be like in his 20s or something, and he goes and beats up this guy, and it's clearly an elderly man in his 70s who can barely move around. He walks around like Joe Biden, and they're expecting us to believe he's like beating up a guy, and it's so fake. So please don't do that.
Hey, you know what else?
What?
April Fools! That's an April Fool's joke.
Oh, you did an sweetie, Sly, he got me. Oh, Sly, you did an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, it's April, it's April today, so I thought I might want to do an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Do you want to learn the word for April?
Yeah, why not?
Iska gamazake. Jesus. I mean, sap boiling moon.
Iska gamazake Jesus. Sap boiling moon or April. Oh, yeah, because of the maple syrup, huh?
That's right. Because it's time of year to go harvest maple syrup. And you got to boil the sap from the trees, from the maple trees.
All right. Hey, listen, NANABOOZHOO.
Yeah?
I want to tell you something you already know.
Oh, boy, what's that?
Life ain't all sunshine and roses.
Yeah, I know.
I don't care how tough you are. You, me, ain't nobody gonna hit you harder than life.
Yeah?
And it'll knock you down to your knees and keep you there if you let it.
I know.
And, if you're not happy with where you are, you can't go around pointing your finger, blaming other people. You're not happy because of her or because of him. That's loser talk. And that ain't you. You're better than that.
What are you talking about?
I gotta go toe to toe with Apollo Creed. What are you saying to me? You want to break me down? Okay, I'll say it. I'll admit it. I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
You okay, Rocky?
Huh? Who is this?
It's NANABOOZHOO.
Oh, hey, NANABOOZHOO, what's going on?
I've been on the phone with you for like 5 minutes.
What? You called into the live stream. The live? Oh, that Ojibwe show. Yeah. Are you okay, buddy? No, man. You know, I got my head knocked around quite a bit in the ring when I went toe-to-toe with Apollo Creeder. Yeah, that was a movie. Yeah, I know still, but I got hit a lot. And sometimes my brain, it don't work so good. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, you know. Because I had my bell rung a few times, you know, when I went toe-to-toe with Apollo Creed. Yeah. And so sometimes my brain, it don't work so good. You just said that. Huh? Listen, Sly, I better get going. Yeah, okay. Hey, just a sec. What? How you say, yo, I'll see you again in Ojibwe? We would say, yo, Gigawaba Min, Minawa. Oh, yo, Gigawaba Min, Minawa. You too, buddy. Yeah, Natasha. Yeah? Gigawaba Min, Minawa. Gigawaba Min, Minawa, Sly. Yeah, forget about it. Sylvester Stallone, sweetie. That poor man. I know. I think all those blows to the brain are finally starting to catch up with him. I know. He repeats himself. Yeah. And he always repeats that one inspiring talk from whatever. Only this time he didn't tell me it was how winning was done. He trailed off into I think that was a fight he had with Adrian at the beach. Oh, remember that? Yeah, that was great. You want me to admit it? You want me to tear me down? I'm afraid. It was like a big moment to have Sylvester Stallone admit he was afraid. That's when men were men, I tell you. The 80s. Sunny day. Oh, wow, there's more comments down here. I didn't even notice. John Redcorn's here. Hey, BOOZHOO, John. What's up, John? Mindy Moye says, we went to an all-night drive-in in the 70s. An all-night drive-in. That must have been from sundown to sunup partying. That's what drive-ins were, really. Yeah, it was just a place for underage drinking. To, you know, movies in your car. It was great. I don't remember anyone ever getting into trouble. I remember driving through the long grass in the ditch, trying to get out of the drive-in when we were so drunk we drove off the road. But, yeah, good times. The 80s. Probably shouldn't endorse underage drinking on a children's show, huh? Probably shouldn't do it. Do as I say, not as I do, kids. Don't drink. But, man, we had the times. Anyway. Okay, Ruby. Not okay. Too many head injuries. I know, that's what I'm saying. Poor old Sylvester Stallone. You know? You know what I think, speaking of roid rage? Who's talking about roid rage? Well, I suspect that Sylvester Stallone has a little bit of that. But, and for the record, who cares? I'm sorry I'm bringing this up again, but it's in the public consciousness. So I think a lot of what went on with Will Smith was roid rage. He's got like a YouTube channel or something. I've heard I saw something about him trying to get into the best shape of his life. He's going to lose a bunch of weight, start working out, and of course, because you can't do anything without a camera filming you. I mean, far be it for me to, criticize people for that. But he had a show, he was doing a show about losing weight and getting into shape. And I bet that guy's on steroids. And I bet it's affecting his temper. He couldn't control himself. And so that's why he got up and slept. If he was a real man, he should have punched him. But he slapped Chris Rock. Yeah, I can't take a joke. Anyway. I don't care, baby doll. You want to get up here? Sure. I'm going to let Natasha get up here and say a few words. Have a few words with the kids. You know, listen to your auntie. She's wise. I know she's not that old. I know she looks very young. She's even younger looking than she is. Hey, sweetie. But listen to your auntie. She's got wisdom. Nawakoin. She's an angel from Montgomery. Nah. Miigwech bizendawieg.
I am an old woman, named after my mother. My old man is another child who's grown old. If dreams were like thunder, lightning was desire, this old house could have burnt down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. Believe in this living, just a hard way to go. Flies in the kitchen, I can hear them buzzing, and I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living. It's just a hard way to go. Believe in this living. Hey, hey, hard way to go. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Lyons and Natasha. And that's an old John Prine tune. John Prine? Is that how you say it? John Prine? I don't know. BOOZHOO! Natasha Nindisha cause Neiman Windum G-A-I-N Omanukum. Natasha's my name. I'm happy to be here today. Out here in this beautiful pasture. Oh, with all these beautiful lilacs. I think these are lilacs. Oh, and a gorgeous mountain. There's a sunrise. Muka'am. Muka'am. Wow, I don't even know where he teleported me, but he long ways from northern Minnesota, I'll tell you that. This is not what it looks like back home right now. I must be in like Idaho or somewhere. Utah. I don't even know. Somewhere over the rainbow. Oh, there. Bluebirds fly. I better say a little prayer before I get too carried away here. Asema. tobacco. Nusana wakwing abian. Apekish getche twawendemig. Get a news on. Apekish bidag wishanu magak. Gitu di mawiwin. And endaban. Apekish. Easy way back di bashku wakwing miko. Gaye yaking. Miko gaye ishpaming. Mishishanang nungo akishakak. Nimbakwe shiganimana. Minik iyuyang. Bu nigade ta wishanang. Gaye ka ijinishkahi nangi. Gako gaye ish wisha ishikange. Kagwe de benenge winning. Dash inama wishanang. Mayana duck. Ape inge. The Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine, no, that's it. Amen. Haven't talked about the Bible much lately. We got a lot of support. A couple of months ago, we told some Bible stories. A lot of the church ladies came out of the woodwork. Hey, that's great. Tell some more Bible stories. The kids will love it. So that's the Lord's Prayer. Here's a little Bible story for the kids. I don't know what chapter or book it's in. I think it's in Matthew. Pretty sure it's no. Sermon on the Mount's in Matthew. Maybe it's a story of Jesus. So look it up. Gagikwe Mazina Igun is the preach book, the Bible. Gagikwe Mazina Igun. And in the Bible, it talks about Jesus, the Son of God. He's walking around. He's got all these friends. He's got his 12 buddies, and Mary, and his mom Mary, a couple of Marys, and he's going off all the time talking about his Father in heaven and prayer and be good and all this. And finally, one of the days, one of his apostles, one of his disciples, speaks up and goes, "Hey, Jesus, you're talking about make sure we always pray, but I'm a little embarrassed to admit it, but what do you mean by prayer? How do you know how to pray?" And Jesus said, "Hey, listen, your Father, my Father who art in heaven, he already knows what's in your heart. So if you don't know what to pray for or how to pray, you can say this, and he'll get it. He'll understand what you're up to. Sometimes when I want to pray, when I put out some tobacco and talk to Gitchimanadu, talk to the Great Spirit, I'll start with the Lord's Prayer. And you could say it in English or in Ojibwe or in wherever. Because sometimes I don't know what to pray for. I'm pretty sure prayer isn't just wishing for stuff. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to approach it like you just found a genie's lamp. You know how like a genie's lamp, you rub the lamp and a genie comes out, gives you 3 wishes? I don't think prayer is supposed to be, oh, please bring me my boyfriend. Oh, please bring me lots of money. Oh, I really want a new car, It can't be wanting stuff. And yet, we usually feel compelled to pray when we need something. It might be even relief from, being sick. You might just be, Heavenly Father, please help speed my recovery. I feel terrible, Help me get to the dentist in time. My tooth is aching. Whatever it is. I think it's okay to ask for stuff. I grew up in kind of a, what they call a Baptist church. Kind of a conservative, Christian, Bible-thumping church. Not all bad or anything, but there was a lot of talk. I guess the thing I gleaned as a little girl was you gotta constantly beg for forgiveness. Like, hey, after what Jesus did for you, the least you can do is ask God to forgive you for your terrible sins. You rotten little 7-year-old girl, I'm not even sure what kind of things I thought I was, please, I'm sorry for lying. I'm sorry for playing that April Fool's joke. It was just a dumb lie. But, so I think it's okay to ask for health and stuff like that. It's not really, again, I don't really know. But something tells me don't ask for money. Thank Him for always taking care of you and always providing for you and for always healing your body. I've been doing this. I've been thanking Him for giving me such a beautiful body. But thank you for this incredible body that continually rejuvenates itself and heals. And, no, it's not shaped like some sort of, fashion model. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be a Kim Kardashian butt or whatever. But it's a really good body, It heals itself. And I can walk around and I can sing and do whatever. Sometimes I think prayer is kind of like, start thanking Him for the stuff you want. It's almost like the law of attraction, which is so stupid. I can't believe I used to believe in it. But the law of attraction is you get what you believe. And so make yourself believe you're already successful, and then watch success come to you. Fake it till you make it. Well, there's some twisted logic in that. But on a prayer level, I think we get the things we're grateful for. And so if you're grateful for a little bit of health, get really grateful and watch your health get even better. And if you're really grateful for a little bit of money, thank Him for always bringing in the money, and watch it get more. Get grateful for the things you don't have, because you probably have a little bit of it, or you wouldn't know that you want it. Is kind of what I'm thinking. And this has been your moment of Natasha's Nabooka win. Nabooka win. Wisdom. Sunny morning. La-di-da-di. Well, I guess I better go back. Do you like my beaded teleporter button? Make which, Missy. Missy got his teleporters. Boop. Or it's a communicator.
Okay.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, baby doll. You ready to come home?
Yeah. Boy, you sure chose a beautiful place to teleport me. Where is this?
That's in Idaho.
Idaho. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty. It's much more spring-like down here than it is in Bemidji.
Yeah, I know. Want to come back to the frozen tundra?
Yeah.
All right. 1 to teleport.
Make it so, number 1. No. Hey, Dibido. Well, hi. How you doing? I'm doing great. Did you put out some tobacco and say a prayer? Yeah, I said the Lord's Prayer in Ojibwe. Oh, cool. And then I told a Bible story about Jesus teaching boys how to pray. Oh, the thing from Sermon on the Mount? I think, is that what that's from? Yeah, I think it's part of that. I thought Sermon on the Mount was, blessed be the cheesemakers. The cheesemakers? Yeah, remember that? You mean the peacemakers? Yeah, I know. And it's from Monty Python. There's a scene in The Life of Brian where Jesus is up on the mount, but the line is so big that people in the back can't hear. And John Cleese is like, his wife's all going, what's he saying then? He's saying, blessed are the cheesemakers. Blessed are the cheesemakers. What's so bloody special about the cheesemakers? And John Cleese is like, oh, no, you don't understand. It's purely metaphorical. You see, he's saying, blessed are the any makers of from dairy products. Anyway, but yeah, I think you're right. Sermon on the Mount is, blessed are those who hunger, for they will get a cheeseburger. You know, blessed are those who want a cup of coffee, because we got a Keurig. But I think prayer should be, so I talked a little bit about what is prayer, and is it okay to ask for stuff? Yeah, is it okay? Yeah, why not? I mean, you can't have it both ways. What do you mean? You can't have God either loves you or he's an angry, vengeful God. You know, I was thinking about this like I can either love God or fear God. I can't love something I fear. And I can't fear something I love. Ooh, getting deep. Yeah, I'll say. So what did we learn today, kids? I think we learned nano geese are good. Here's the 5th day. Friday. And, Gigashippa, Weesaniwin. Morning food. Breakfast. Gigashippa, Weesaniwin. Is the word for breakfast. And then I think we also learned Iska Gamazake, Gishak. Iska Gamazake. Actually, I mean, we call it sap boiling because that's what they were referring to. But the word Iska Gamazake means to boil down. So you could say April is the boiling down moon. And that's kind of what we're about in this show. What's that? We boil down truth. We boil down to the sweet syrup of truth. We ladle sweet mapley truth on Ojibwe language and culture. No, I'm just kidding. If you'd like to support this insane show, you can click the links in the description to either PayPal, Patreon, or GoFundMe. And Michael Lyons has books available for sale at Amazon.com. Huh, sweetie. You tell him, baby. I wouldn't lie to you guys. He really does. Like Little Cutie. If you love your kids, buy them Little Cutie. Beautiful. Someday it'll probably be an animated show on the Hallmark Channel. You think so? It really should be. I can't believe Netflix hasn't picked up our show yet. Netflix is of the devil. Netflix is not of the devil. Why don't say that? They are. They did that Cuties. Speaking of Little Cutie. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I hate Netflix. This has nothing to do with Cuties, the disgusting Netflix TV show. It's about a little teddy bear who goes on a vision quest. And there's also OJIBERISH, a collection of cartoons, and the book Little Cuties in that. Dog and Main Gun. Counting to 10 book. Oh, hey, by the way, congratulations, Michael. On what? On your Amazon payday yesterday. Hey, thanks. I'd like to thank everybody who did buy books on behalf of Michael. We got our little Amazon automatic deposit. And sales were down from last month, but still pretty respectable. Yeah, considering it didn't cost us anything. Yeah, it's all gravy. It's all maple syrup. And finally, let's not forget Mixed Blood. The story of a Wisakode Winini. The story of a little girl with mixed cultural and racial backgrounds. Because being a vampire is actually a race, I guess, in this book. But this is it talks about being in a boarding school. There's a lot of kids. They feel like they're trapped in two worlds. I'm walking in the white man's world, but I'm from the Indian's world. I don't know where I belong. I'm not white enough to be white. I'm not Indian enough to be Indian. Nobody knows where they belong when you're a mixed blood. But you work it out. That is kind of the thing about being a mixed blood, though, isn't it? What's that? Identity crisis. Yeah. Everybody from mixed ancestors. A lot of Indian people understand this. When you're from a mixed family, you're like, I don't really belong anywhere. I'm certainly not these weirdos on the reservation. And the white world, certainly, that's not me either. What a crazy world. But that's what a mix has to deal with. And, yeah. I think that's all we have for today. Do you want to take a call? Maybe not. Why not? Because we're kind of running out of time. Okay. We could have them talk tomorrow. All right. Michael, you want to add anything before I land the plane? No, just tell me I said thanks. Michael says thank you. Michael says, me gwetch. All right. So yeah. Me gwetch gonna wabi egg. Thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. Over here, looking just rugged and handsome. NANABOOZHOO. Ikadon BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO. Okay, me gwetch. Yeah, Ikadon me gwetch. Say thank you. Thanks a lot for watching. And over here, the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Hey, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. And I will see you again. Gigawabba min, minawa. Oh. Hey, sweetie pie. Yeah? Why don't you teleport me over to the kitchen and I'll get us some muckety mush kiki waboo. All right. See you tomorrow. When to teleport? Make it so, number one. It's not working again. Okay, remember you gotta push and jiggle at the same time. Yeah, pushing and jiggling the wire. Yeah, but keep hold down the button. Oh, there you go.